Hello there everybody, Sam's Trains here, welcome back to Train Simulator. You guys have been asking for this, so sure enough, here I am, we're going to try this again. Now, I say try this again because I tried to make this video back last year, basically during the lockdown. Caledonian Works, I think that's the company, they very generously gave away loads of their locomotives and other things for Train Simulator, and I downloaded quite a lot of them to try on video. But they didn't work. Whatever I did, I loaded the game, I got an error. I fiddled around with the settings, I did everything I could think of, just wouldn't work. And I ended up just doing something else to sort of let out my frustration. Perhaps you might remember that. Oh, upside down. Wow. Look at that view. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, that could still happen again today, but the other day I was fiddling around again. I'm still not entirely sure what I did, but I think these Caledonian Works locomotives are actually now working. Well, the other locomotive that I have from them did. Today though, I'm going to try this, the Caledonian Railway 600 class. This always had an error when I tried to launch it before, but I think I've sorted that out now. So, if that's true, I will be able to load this locomotive up for the first time. I've just started recording so I can film this, and hopefully for the first ever time we'll get to look at and hopefully perchance drive this locomotive. And I'm really excited about this one because... Error. What's wrong? Right, okay, let me do another fiddle. What's the matter with this thing? These are really, really annoying now. Right, bear with me. Right, it's launched in the 32-bit edition now. Let's see if that makes any difference. Oh, I really thought this was going to work. It's sod's law, isn't it, this? It really is. Come on, hurry up and load. Alright, okay. So, it seems to be working on the 32-bit edition, not on the 64, so the frame rate's not going to be so good, because we can't use more than 4 GB of RAM for this, but it has loaded up, so I guess the video isn't cancelled. And look at this thing. I don't know, when I think of Caledonian locos, I think of tiny little sort of the 1, 2, 3 and little tank engines. I don't really think of 080s. And what an absolutely bizarre 080 this is. I mean, why? Why did they come up with this design? It's so crazy, isn't it? I mean, you've got the rearmost wheel underneath the cab, and then the frontmost one is miles away. This has got to be one of the largest wheelbases I've ever seen. And then you've got the two centre ones real close together. Yeah, that is a very, very, very strange design. I like it though. I like what I see. Let's have a look around it. Yeah, it kind of does still have that Caledonian vibe to it, doesn't it? Oh, there's the valve gear. That's pretty cool. You don't get that on the models, do you? Let's have a look around. What sort of cab? The cab's pretty interesting. I like the texture inside the cab. It's like a rusty texture, I guess. Oh, he's looking around, feeling a bit nervous, are you? You get the feeling you're being watched? Oh, he's got a tremor as well. He perhaps realises who's about to be driving. We've got a full load of coal. I love the tender. I'm not really familiar with the Caledonian Black. It tends to be the Caledonian Blue that I look at. So that is pretty cool as well. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking it. The lining looks lovely. It's a really nice livery, that. And we've got, I think we have 20 30-ton wagons, if I remember this right. Yeah, the Caledonian, you think of really old-fashioned locomotives. Is it actually going to be able to handle all this? I love this Caledonian Brake van. Look at that. Awesome. Can we go inside it? It's a bit dark in here. I wonder if there's like a guard lurking in the darkness. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're on the Great Western Main Line. Don't know how welcome a Caledonian loco would be here, but it's here, and it would have taken a lot of getting here, actually, wouldn't it? Plus the Caledonian wagons to go with it. So we've got about a 5-mile trek to do with it. As it stands, this is the first time I've actually managed to get the engine to load into the game correctly, so I have never tried to drive this before. I guess I should familiarise myself with some of the controls. Turn the volume down a bit. Right, let's take a look. So this looks really quite simple, doesn't it? So we've got the regulator there. That's definitely the regulator. This is the reverser. This is the train brake, so that's the one that I'll be using. Anything else I might need? The firebox, that's fine. Where's the injectors and such? Because probably will need those. I could just use the heads-up display for that, I suppose. Oh, there's the whistle. It's a nice whistle. Sounds good. Let's just... so is it this? That's the fireman's injector. That's the driver's injector. Alright then. Cylinder drain cocks at all? Yeah, we've got that as well. So how is that set? Forwards. Can't see any spattering. So I'm not actually sure what is open and what is closed. I'm guessing it would start the game with it closed, so yeah, we'll try that. Right, speed limit is 25. So, oh, I thought that was the reverser. No. Although that would have been, it wouldn't have been a disaster, would it? Right, now it's been a long time since I've done anything like this, so let's just give it a little bit of that. Let's pull off the brake before it explodes. Is it actually going to move? Something's happening. Let's give it some more regulator. Oh, God, this is like an untamed beast. Look at that, it's wheel slipping bad. Have I underestimated this Loco hugely? It seems like it's ultra powerful. Seriously, that went slipping like mad. I mean, it's an 080, so you wouldn't have thought traction would be too much of an issue. So I'm guessing this is a seriously powerful Loco. Right, wind back the reverser a touch. See if we can go for it now. Whoa. It looks so right, but it is of course so wrong. Very damaging to everything, that. There we are. Careful acceleration then. I mean, this is, like I say, this is a heavy train, so I shouldn't be too surprised. Just keep it teetering on the edge of wheel slip, shall we? Wind this back a little bit. Seems to be quite efficient. I noticed my the PSI of the boiler isn't really going down at all. Mind you, I'm not accelerating terribly heavily. Yeah, it is if I do that. Yeah, it's accelerating nicely, isn't it? The safety valve, in fact. Is that the safety valve going off? That's confusing because we're not losing pressure. Okay, fair enough. I won't ask questions. I like the Westinghouse pump on the side there, which is just issuing wisps of smoke. I quite like that. Right, I think we need to keep adjusting this reverser. No. There we are. A bit more on the regulator. Let's push it, shall we? There we are. It's accelerating nicely now. Well, that's really nice. Losing a bit of boiler pressure, but so be it. So we've got some... Here we are. This is the shot I wanted. I want to see the thing approach. Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? I mean, I want to say that it's a beauty. I don't know, bits of it are beautiful, but that wheel configuration is really weird. It's one of the weirdest Locos I've ever seen. I mean, the G2A is weird, but its wheels are kind of uniform. This, with the irregular gaps in the different wheels, that's really strange. It's a very, very strange one, that. Can we get a shot? Let's have a look at those. Oh, look, you can. I think the valve gear is working as well. You can just about see something inside there. There we are. Look there. That's quite something, isn't it, that? And yeah, let's try and get a shot of the wheels. Look at that. This looks like a figment of someone's imagination. It really does. If someone drew this, I think, yeah, right. But here it is. Apparently, they did really exist. It's unbelievable. Alright, the speed limit's 90 now. So yeah, I was pulling up Wikipedia. Apparently, these were built between 1901 and 1903, and there were just 8 of them, and they were classified as 4Fs. So if you look at the size of this, and then think of a 4F, you know, LMS 4F, I guess that shows you how the designs of these things advanced over time. Right, are we still advancing in speed? The boiler pressure's not dropping hugely, so I'm guessing we could perhaps give it a bit more. Oh, that's not helping. It's always that balance, isn't it, between regulator and reverser. There we are, it's accelerating now. And don't forget, we're talking well over 100 years old here. It's not bad, is it? And I think they were freight locomotives. It's quite an illustrious livery, but, well, I'm going by the fact that it was classified as a 4F, and there's only the option with the preset trains and consists, there's only the option to have goods. So I'm guessing they were freight locos. And in those days, maybe even freight locos had nice liveries. So 27 miles per hour might not be far from the limit. I'm not sure about that. Right, we are starting to lose quite a bit of pressure now. And I'm not being that careful because it's just a 5-mile stretch. If this was an extended scenario that had several station stops and several miles to traverse, I guess I'd have to be more careful, but as it is, no. It seems to be can't do any right for the boiler pressure now. It seems to be dropping quite considerably. Maybe I could open the firebox and turn the blower on. I'm not sure where the blower control is. It's one of these, isn't it? Is it this? Blower. Can you see which control is moving? This is how I cheat on Train Simulator. I don't see any control moving. Alright, fine, we'll just use that then. So we can heat up the fire a little bit. We're still accelerating over 30 miles an hour. So that's pretty good. I assume that's miles an hour now. I'm guessing so. It would be, wouldn't it, on the Great Western. Look at this. I like the lighting effects. Flickering. I would say it's more sort of glitchy flickering, but whatever. Right, 3 miles left to go, so we've done 2 miles. That's not so bad. I was going to say, how are our passengers? But yeah, it's a bit redundant, isn't it, that question today? Right, I'm going to ease off again now then. Oh no. Why do I keep thinking that is the regulator? It's confusing. Right, there we are. So that's balanced it nicely. I think we're slowing down though. But, only a little bit. So we're maintaining more or less. Wow, this is a beauty, isn't it? Yeah, bit of a whistle. It's a cracking whistle, that. Very old-fashioned. Look at that. I wonder, do you think the regulator, the reverser rod will move as I operate that control? Let's just experiment. It does. Oh my god. Is that a thing? I've never thought to look at that before, I don't think. That's pretty awesome. I love that. The driver just cuts the regulator so he can fiddle with the reverser. I wonder if real engineers do that. No, I don't wonder that. Right, 2.59 miles. This is going nicely. It's fairly pleasant to drive. It's obviously not an underpowered locomotive like I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be a really crude, primitive design that I would struggle to haul this many wagons with. I thought it would be a challenge, quite honestly. No, it's actually really lovely to drive. And I assume that that's realistic. So I'm just enjoying this this brake van. Seems like a very short brake van to have 6 wheels. I don't know, I just fancy that in model form. It could almost be a livestock wagon, couldn't it? I don't know. Getting strange vibes from this. I like it. We need more of this Caledonian stuff in model form. Can you imagine this? If I could recreate this in model form, how happy I would be. Look at this. Right. I think we're descending. 1 in 357. It's not much of a descent, is it really? Right. Boiler pressure increasing nicely. We're up to 156 pounds per square inch. Ooh, one thing I didn't... this is awful. How did I forget? I forgot to set the brakes to running. That won't have helped the boiler pressure either. So yeah, this isn't... I probably shut the firebox then. Wow. It takes an efficient locomotive to overcome that. It's like, it's just weeing away compressed air at that point, isn't it? Or steam pressure, I guess. Compressed air, what are you on about? Yeah. Then perhaps I can push a little bit. Let's see where the red line is on the... Right, so it looks like about just below... Wait. Yeah, it's not far away from blowing the safety valve. So I'm just thinking, can I squeeze a bit more speed out of this before we have to stop? Let's try. Wind this back to 15 odd. That going to work? Yeah. It's accelerating slightly. Not appreciably. Trying to get the right spot on the... Oh, no. Come on, let's have it. Let's have it full. Full throttle. Just twiddle the... Do you think this is how real engineers work? Just twiddle the reverser until they get the best acceleration. I have admiration for the real drivers, because they wouldn't have had this heads-up display that have these figures so easily displayed. Yeah. It's very, very easy to read a digital display and see that that's falling. You've got the red to show that it's falling. You've got to be on the ball a lot more, haven't you, in real life? Right, 1 mile left. I tend to start my slowdowns at about 3/4 of a mile, so don't let me forget, because I'll spot something and get distracted by it, and then we'll cruise past the station. There's Radley 2 in the distance there. That's where we got to stop. It's not passengers, so maybe I don't have to be quite as... Oh man, look at these shots. Got different preset shots. Here we go, this is the distraction I told you about. Told you, literally about to discover something. I like this. Is this supposed to show the wheels? Right, come on, we got to stop. Ah, let me in, let me back to the cab, quick. We've got to slow down. No, what's wrong? There, right, train brake. Right, don't forget we're only doing 30, so there we are. That's a gradual slowdown. Come on, let's look at more of these shots. Oh, look at the wheels. Oh, that's an impressive angle. Couldn't really get this angle in real life, could you? But I like it. Guess you could if you put like a camera mount on the side of the engine or something, but then when things like this bridge come along, it would all be over very quickly, wouldn't it? Right. Something tells me, come on, I can't get back to the cab quick. That's an issue. Something tells me we're not slowing down quite fast enough, so... Can't quite see a brake gauge, so I'm just using the heads-up one. There we are. There we are, slowing down nicely. Try and hit about 10, something like that. There we are. Oh, release. Don't go too far. Look at this. You know, it's very, very rare that I actually do a controlled stop. And we ain't stopped yet, so don't count your chickens, but maybe we're going to get one today. What must these folks be thinking? Look at them all in their modern attire. A Caledonian locomotive that doesn't exist. I don't believe these exist, at least not in running order anymore. No, he's not even looking. What a waste of my time. Right. Can I brake from here? Yeah, I can. That's really nice. Release. Look at this. This is probably a bit too controlled actually, isn't it? But let's see how accurate I can be. There is fun in this. I think the Corris Railway taught me that. There's fun in... If you don't take it seriously, and it's tempting not to, you can miss out on the fun. Whereas if you feel an idiot but take it seriously, you actually enjoy it more. Although maybe this is a bit pushing it a bit, isn't it? Right, there we are. There. It's done. What do you think, people on the platform? This is a tough crowd on the platform. Look at how indifferent they all are. Miserable sods. Oh, it's quite a long train actually, isn't it? You're going to have a fun job unloading that. Anyway, it is done. It worked. That is epic. Right, you've reached the end. I mean, did I do anything naughty? Wheel slippage. Come on, that's not an operational error. 5 miles, 8 kilometres. Awesome. Right, quick look at another engine from the Caledonian. Here's some of the other engines I got, by the way. Some of these I haven't made videos on, so if you'd like to see a video on any of these, do let me know. I think it's the 191 class that I really wanted to try. light engine. Oh yes. Come on then, let's very quickly, let's just run that same trip again with a light engine. What was it? I didn't see what the class was now. Who cares? Let's just see it run. So this is in the classic Caledonian blue livery, and it works. Okay, that's something. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's a lovely little 460. Come on, in model form? Really? Come on. I would love one of these in model form. Look at the state of it. Man, that is a beauty. Ooh. Look at the state of that. I mean, there is some valve gear there as well. I guess I'll wait till it's running before we look at that. One of the crew always looks so confused. Look at him, looking around him like he's dumbstruck or something. Right. Oh. Oh, this is an interesting view. Who decided this one? Below the platform. Alright. Alright, that one makes more sense. Oh, ooh, I like this. This is one of the most dangerous places you can ever be on a moving locomotive, so we'll do that. I like this. Ah, yeah. These are nice shots. Then back inside the cab, right cab, firebox, left cab. Let's drive it. There we are. Right, is it going to be, yeah, that's the reg. That's going to be the reverser. I guess the train brake isn't going to work because we don't have a train. So it's this one. Oh no, train brake, it is that. Alright. Ta-da. Right, come on then. Forward. Oh no, I've done it again. Why do I keep doing that? It's very strange. Right. So that's all the way forwards. A little bit of that. Release. And this time, once the pressure's right. Oh, there's the whistle. That sounds a lot like the whistle on the other one, on the 600. Right. Oh my gosh, this is going like a sports car. Look at this. I mean, true, it hasn't got a train, but still find it impressive that a machine as old as this could actually take off like that. Right, reverser, ease back on that a little bit. Let's find out what this baby can do, shall we? So we can beat some of those modern HSTs and whatnot. It's unlikely, isn't it? Right, come on, we've got 90 miles an hour to play with here, so... Oh, let's give it a bit more regulator as well. Right up to the max. Oh, listen to that. Let's have a look at some of those shots. Ah, there we go, that's what they were going for. God, that is terrifying, isn't it? Can you imagine being this close in real life? You'd lose some fingers, wouldn't you? You'd lose something. Right. Yeah, that one's alright. Here we go. Look at this. Ooh. Yeah, that is quite terrifying, even in the game. Get a nice shot of the safety valves blowing there. Look at the whistle. What a fine little model of a whistle that is. And the safety valves. Yeah. I mean, this is actually much more detailed than a model would be in the video, in real life. Even in O-gauge, probably. It's quite impressive. Sorry for always making things about models. I honestly can't help it. I would if I could. Right. 27, 28, 29. So we're about to beat what we got in the other Loco. Oh, what was that? Oh, I thought another Loco came past. Is there a tractor hiding in the undergrowth? That's a strange noise. It literally just transitioned to a different sound there. Fair enough. Well, we're at 42. I think we need another adjustment. Oh, this is really flying now. Look at it accelerating. We've only done a mile. This is stunning. Look at the valve gear. Yeah, I think this is my favourite. It's not as bizarre looking as the other Loco. We're about, I reckon we'll hit 60 easily. Yeah, I've got a different sound now. I like the little lamp. Ah, look at that. I'm getting the light on. Yeah, well, why not? See what I'm doing a bit better now. We'll look inside the firebox. There is a camera. There. Ah. Eggs and bacon, anybody? Right, we've cracked 60. Very, very, very easily. Oh, look at it. This seems very wrong, seeing a Caledonian Loco do this. Although I think the single wheeler was quite the speedo, wasn't it, in its time? The single wheeler. Oops, I just saw a 25. Need a bit more warning than that. That must have been for this line, I guess. Right, wind this back a bit more. There we are, still accelerating. Wow, I'm impressed. Let's close that firebox again. I love this view. This is my favourite view. Let's have a look what the other views look like now that we're at a good speed. It's kind of noisy as well. I hope you can still hear what I'm saying, but I guess that's realistic. Just appreciate the realism if it's too loud. There we are, 70. We hit 70. Ooh, look at this. God, this looks sped up, doesn't it? This feels way faster. In fact, if we get back to that wheel shot, it always feels a lot faster if you're near the ground. Oh, look at that. Would hate to be in this position. Is the camera going to smack that signal? Yep, looks like it. Ah, oof. Yeah, that would be terrifying, wouldn't it? Right, come on, 80, 80, 80. Let's push for 80. I would not have guessed that this could do 80. That is a shocker. Oh, it's hesitating, folks. It's hesitating. 79, and we're gonna have to start thinking about stopping pretty soon. 5.6. It's like Back to the Future. Are we gonna crash before we hit that magical 80 miles an hour? Yep. No, we're not. 80. Right. Very quickly. Enjoy to 80. There it is. Now I'm going to stop accelerating because it terrifies me that there's only a mile left. That's gone quiet, hasn't it? Wow, this was fun. We'll have to do more with this Loco at some point. Anyway, let's start a somewhat gradual braking. Oh no, wrong way. I'm still useless at these brakes. Right, I don't think this is good enough. Let's go a bit more. A bit more. Alright. Yeah, this is good. I can recommend this. If you head over to Caledonian Works, they have a good website and there's a lot to choose from. Your mileage will obviously vary on whether or not these work. I cleared the cache and I've run the 32-bit version. That seemed to do the trick, and I think I'm about to miss this station. Sort of. Ooh, it's not far off. Emergency. Okay, are we going to count that? Alright, let's see what's... I think it was 17 minutes before with the big freight train. What did this one take? Oh, there we are. Look, we've got the different... So 8 minutes. Is that right? What was this number here? Or is that the total time? Who knows? Yeah, that will be the total time. Alright. Shaved off a few minutes there then. Right, that was awesome. Awesome, awesome. What a lot of fun. So, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. It's great that these engines, well, it's great that I've actually been able to drive them, because I wouldn't have missed that 191 for the world. Alright, that was awesome. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you very soon, folks. Alright, cheers everybody.